When Sarah left me 5 years ago, she didn't sugarcoat her reasons. "You have no ambition, no drive," she said, standing at the door with her suitcase in hand. "I love you, but love isn't enough. I need stability. I need to know that we're building something, not just existing." I remember standing there, too stunned to argue. We had been together for 6 years, married for 2. I knew things weren't perfect, but I never thought she would walk away because I wasn't successful enough. At the time, I was a struggling writer, freelancing to keep the lights on while working on a novel I believed in. But belief didn't pay bills, and in Sarah's eyes, I was wasting time. She left that night. No dramatic fights, no second chances, just a clean break. For a long time, I was angry. At her, at myself, at the world for making success the measure of worth. I drowned myself in work, not because I wanted to prove her wrong, but because I had nothing else. The days blurred into nights, rejection letters piled up, and self-doubt gnawed at me constantly. Then something changed. One of my short stories got picked up by a major magazine. Then another. Small wins that felt monumental. My first novel was published a year later. It didn't set the world on fire, but it was enough to keep me going. I kept writing. I kept pushing. And then, the big one hit. A bestseller. Suddenly, I wasn't just scraping by. I was thriving. I had everything Sarah once wanted for us. Money, stability, recognition. But she wasn't there to see it. Then, out of nowhere, an email landed in my inbox. The subject line made my stomach tighten. "Sarah and Daniel, you're invited to our wedding." I stared at the screen, confused, reading it over and over again, as if the words would change. Why was she inviting me? After 5 years of silence, why now? Was it guilt? A way to show me she had moved on? Or something else? Against my better judgment, I replied, "I'll be there." The venue was a beautiful vineyard, the kind of place she had always dreamed of. As I walked in, I felt out of place, like I had stepped into an alternate reality where we had never been together. She spotted me almost immediately and made her way over, looking both surprised and relieved that I had actually come. "You look great," she said, offering a warm smile. "I'm so happy you came." I didn't know how to respond. Seeing her again after all these years, dressed in white, ready to start a new life with someone else, it stirred something in me, but it wasn't sadness. It was closure. For a moment, we just stood there, the weight of the past between us. Then, as if she had been waiting for the right moment, she leaned in slightly. "I knew you'd make it," she said softly. "I always believed in you. I just couldn't wait." I didn't know what to say to that. Part of me wanted to ask if she regretted leaving. Another part wanted to tell her that I understood, that maybe she had done us both a favor. But in the end, I just nodded. As the music started and she walked down the aisle toward another man, I expected to feel some kind of pain, some kind of regret. But all I felt was peace. She had left to chase her dreams. I had found mine without her. And maybe, just maybe, that's how it was always meant to be.